All right, and welcome everyone to our Direct to Exec A&R Challenge. My name's Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today. For those tuning in on our social media accounts, we are live on Instagram Live for Direct to Exec, and you can check us out on our YouTube as well. As I said, my name's Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today, and we are joined by three very special guest A&Rs. I'm going to start off by introducing our first A&R on the lineup. He's the VP of A&R over at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN BARRON. How's it going, man? Welcome to the Direct to Exec A&R Challenge. How are you?
Well, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So I do have to ask you, Sean. I know I've asked you this many times, but there's a lot of new artists tuning in to our social media, to this event. What exactly is an A&R? What does an A&R do?
Really starting at the bottom level of finding the artist. Then once you find them, you bring them to the label, you get them signed, and that's when the work starts and you start developing them, and hopefully making them into a star.
For sure. Well, Sean, it's a pleasure to have you, VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records. Thank you so much for joining us, Sean, for the A&R Challenge today. Up next, he's the Director of A&R over at Rock Nation. POLO, how's it going, man? Welcome to the A&R Challenge. How are you?
Good, brother. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. So I do want to ask you a question, POLO. What makes you, in a new artist, what makes you want to say, you know what, I want to work with that person. That person stands out to me.
So especially what catches me is definitely charisma, personality. Artist is not just music anymore. It's a full circle. So obviously the artist has to have some type of personality or charisma to attract more fans outside of just music.
For sure.
So that's something I'll definitely look for.
Well, POLO, it's a pleasure to have you, Director of A&R at Rock Nation. Thank you so much for joining us. And last but certainly not least, he's the A&R Director over at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, how's it going, man? Welcome to the A&R Challenge. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, Knowledge, you're over at Atlantic Records. Let me ask you, what do you look for in a new artist?
There's a few things. Mostly you're looking for talent. You're looking for tone, something unique that sticks out when you first hear it. You're definitely looking for passion, work ethic, and just creativity. You know what I mean? Someone that's trying to do their own thing and not necessarily following the patterns of what's current.
For sure. Definitely some solid stuff there. Knowledge, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Direct to Exec A&R Challenge. And welcome to all of our artists that have submitted their music. We have about 6 artists on the lineup for today. So we're going to start things off and go right over to the first artist, Slick Easy. I'm going to go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 A&Rs. Slick Easy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, man? Welcome to the A&R Challenge. Where are you from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Representing Tennessee. Well, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us. So, Slick Easy, what's your social media so everyone could go check you out? We got a lot of viewers, our A&Rs. What's your social media?
So my Instagram is Slick Easy, which underscore Slick EAZY. And I just got hacked, so I just started to do Instagram, so I don't got the many followers right now, but that's my Instagram.
Okay, dope. And tell us a little bit about your song. Now, your song is called Mind Games. What's the story behind it? What's the whole idea behind it?
So basically, people be playing mind games. They say they do one thing, or they act like they like you. Like, they act like they like you, but then, like, do something. Like, they like you, but then they act like they don't like you. It's confused. It's like, I don't like people playing mind games. Like,
okay. So it's definitely about, real life. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Let me go ahead and load this up. Give me 1 second, and we'll be right back.
Stop playing mind games. I don't like those things. Tell me what's really on your brain. Keep it real with me. Keep it true with me. Stop with the mind games. I'm not a psychic, I can't read your brain. Stop saying you gonna do something, then do another thing. Lose something good, playing games. I don't play with you, so don't play with me. This should be as easy as learning your ABCs. I'm what you need, so don't play. Cause I can leave and find a new wave. What goes around comes around, so I'm grinding so it can come around. Fuck running uptown. I got kush in my car, bad bitch in my car, but I'm telling her, stop playing mind games. I don't like those things. Tell me what's really on your brain. Keep it real with me, keep it true with me. Then maybe we can be, yeah, we can see. Stop playing mind games. I don't like those things. Tell me what's really on your brain. Keep it real with me, keep it true with me. Then maybe we can be, yeah, we can see. Keep it real with me, I keep it real with you. You ain't gotta lie to me. I won't judge you, I adore you. Show me more of you. I'm tryna do what you want me to. I follow through when you want me to. I hit you up, but you can hit me up too. Don't play me like a flute, I'm that dude. I play it cool, but I'm really feeling you. I can tell that she like me, but her attitude fussy, but it's cool. One day you gon' break and I can't wait. I'm paying for her last man mistakes. Hey, I gotta get mine by the way. And what you wanna do, another one will. I'm easy to love, just keeping it real. I just need me a little babe who gon' keep it real. And bust it open like a fucking guard. And ride me like a fucking car. Do your part, and I do my part. It's a two-way street, and ain't a you without me. Stop playing mind games. Stop playing mind games. You know you be playing mind games. Stop playing those games.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first artist on the lineup. That was Slick Easy with the song. We're going to go right over to our A&R Slick, and we're going to see what they thought about your song. So we'll start things off with the A&R director over at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. You're up first. What did you think of Slick Easy? Knowledge?
I thought at best, the song was decent at best. I felt like he kind of kept the same tone throughout the whole song, so there was no like peaks and valleys, you know what I'm saying, in the song. There was no parts where the song kind of went up or, it was all on one level. I thought the production was cool. It was solid. The hook wasn't really memorable to me. And I felt like the lyrics within the verses were a little simple, like very elementary, like what you would expect them to say. Yeah. So I think in the verses, you got to get like more witty, and make people, you always got to, like I always say, you always got to find a new way to say the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just didn't grab me overall. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then for an emotional record, I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of emotion in the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Thank you for that knowledge. Definitely some solid advice there, Slick. We're going to go over to the next A&R. He's the director of A&R, Rock Nation, Polo. What did you think of Slick Easy?
Knowledge brought up a lot of good points. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. The pros that I'm gonna give you was, I feel like his tone he had a good tone to his voice, and the beat had potential. But the cons of his voice being too tony and his verse being too laid back, it was hard to keep my attention. Yeah. So, like what Knowledge said, I feel like if you're gonna be so laid back, I feel like you could have been more creative on the verse and said a little bit something more wittier or show more of your personality. because it was just really more one tone. So one tone songs is really not going to keep everybody's attention. So you got to figure out how to, you know, like he said, valleys and peaks and switch ups and stuff like that to keep the listener's attention. So probably you could work more on that, and then the hook. Like he said, it was something I really didn't even remember. So, you know, just try to be a little bit more creative when it comes to these records.
Thank you for that, Polo. Yeah, I could definitely see where he's coming from, Slick. You know, that monotone, you know, you want to keep the audience's attention. Definitely some solid advice there from Polo. And we're going to go over to our last A&R, VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What did you think of Slick Easy?
I mean, I felt the same exact way the guys did, so I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, just got to change up your flow a little bit and, yeah, just make it more interesting and compelling.
Thank you for that, Sean Barron. Definitely some solid advice from all three A&Rs. Slick, be sure to check your email after this event. They're all giving you written feedback while they're watching your videos as well. So it was a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us. And we hope to see you again on another event. So, guys, that was our first artist on the lineup. We're going to keep things moving, move on out to the next artist, Sanborn. You're up next. I'm going to go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the three A&Rs. Sanborn, can you hear me? Sanborn?
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you, but we can't see you yet. Go ahead and activate your camera so everyone could see us, Sanborn.
All right, 1 second. There you go.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Welcome to the A&R Challenge, brought to you by Direct to Exec. Sanborn, what's the story behind that name?
It's actually my last name.
Gotcha.
And I wanted my stage name to be, you know, something that means a lot to me, and what better than the last name?
Awesome, man. What's your social media so our A&Rs and all of our viewers can check out your stuff? What's your social media?
Yeah, so I got Instagram. You can find me on there, my at Sanborn Official. I got SoundCloud. I got over 300 songs and beats on my SoundCloud.
Now, you said that was on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's at Sanborn Official, right?
I believe. I don't have a Twitter right now.
Okay.
But on the Instagram, that's what it is. And
okay.
I do have a Facebook page. Just type in Sanborn.
Okay, awesome. Well, everyone go and check out Sanborn on social media. Now, your song is called November. What's the story behind that? Can you tell us about the song?
Well, it's kind of like a love song about me and a past lover in high school.
Okay.
I'm 26 now. I've been out of high school for a while, but so I really dove deep into this past emotion, and I actually originally wrote the song for a singer, just the chorus. I wrote the chorus for a singer. She didn't end up wanting to get on it, so I ended up rapping it all. So I'm excited you guys are going to do it. So
this is a rap then, right?
It's a rap, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to load up Sanborn's video here. Give me 1 second, and we'll be right back.
It's a Sanborn production.
When I loved you. Baby, we found love way back in Portland. In Portland. Way back. You the one I wanna be with, I'm so caught up in the moment. So caught up, so caught up, so caught up. And I remember finding love in a small town. I think it was September when you told me you were down, and I just remember kissing those perfect lips, and by November I'm the only one you wanna be with. Lately I've been thinking about us when times got rough. We all stood tough, and lately I've been thinking how I love you so much. You got the touch, I feel the rush. And tell me right now, do you love me? I'm the only one who makes you happy. We broke apart once and then so sadly, then you came back to me so gladly. Girl, I want you, I'm so eager. Hop in, I'll be the driver. I always am beside her, never ever wanna hide her. And I know she ain't we got new horizons, yeah. We looking over the world. Stay in touch, that's Verizon. With her, I'm never lying. Got the pride like a lion, and I'm never dying, yeah. 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 We found love way back in Portland. Way back. You the one I wanna be with. I'm so caught up in the moment. So caught up. And I remember finding love in a small town. I think it was September when you told me you were down. And I just remember kissing those perfect lips. And by November, I'm the only one you wanna be with.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sanborn with the audio and the music. We're going to go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought of your song, Sanborn. We'll start things off with the VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. You're up first. What did you think of Sanborn?
It just need a lot of work, bro. All around. Beat, song, your voice. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Just need a lot of work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that, Sean. Definitely some advice there. We're going to go over to our next A&R. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, you're up next. What did you think of Sanborn?
I mean, I agree with Sean. I mean, where I started off, first of all, the recording. I feel like the recording was bad. His voice was very loud, and the beat was very loud, so it kind of made it a little obnoxious at point, a little too hard on the ear.
Yeah.
But it starts obviously. I don't even know where the hook was. I think identifying the hook, and identifying the verses was a little tough for me. And that's a big deal. I mean, it sounds like you're just starting off, or you're starting to get into it. I would work more on trying to identify a flow, because the flow was too simple. There was too many spaces, too many gaps. It really wasn't taking us nowhere. So it was hard for me to keep my attention. And that's what you want as an A&R. You want to keep our attention. And if you don't have my attention, it's like, it's a dud. I'm moving away. I'm on my phone. I'm already thinking about what's next. So, work on the recording of it, try to work with a real studio, and then try to identify the flow. And try to get your flow going and work on and then once you get the flow, start working on the writing. So that's my opinion.
Thank you so much for that, Polo. Definitely some solid advice there from Polo and Sean. And we're going to go over to our last A&R. He's the A&R director over at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you're up. What did you think of Sanborn?
Very similar to what the guys were saying. I felt like, for me though, the beat did grab my attention. It felt different, you know what I mean? So I was curious to say, okay, let me hear what's going to go on top of this. But as far as like Polo was saying, the flow itself, it felt choppy at points, you know what I mean? It felt like the flow, you wanted to feel smooth and seamless, you know what I'm saying? So for what he was doing on this record, it felt like, at times the timing was off, or he wasn't on beat at times, or he was trying to force too many words, into a space at a time, things like that. So the flow just has to get smoothed out, and then definitely some work either on the actual recording process, I don't know, the studio equipment that was being used and things like that, or it could just be something in the vocal mix, but something definitely needs to be on the vocals to help those stick out.
Thank you for that knowledge, and thank you to all three of our A&Rs that gave you some solid advice there, Sanborn. Definitely use that advice. You're going to get an email after this event with all the written feedback from the A&Rs, but move all the advice into your new projects, and we hope to see you again, man. Thanks again for joining us. Guys, that was Sanborn with the audio. We're going to go ahead and go on to the next artist on the lineup. Looks like Tunes. Tunes is up. Now, Tunes did submit a music video, so give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and load that up. And we'll be right back, guys.
But I ain't that player though. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out and roll. So now you know I'm motherfucking dope for the bill. Anyways, y'all already know what's with. I'ma get that shit right back. It's on. Anyways, you know I'm gonna get it. I'ma keep on doing what I do. I'ma get that shit right back, you know. I'ma get that shit anyways for sure. I'ma keep on rising up, let's go. I'm a motherfucking G from the bill. Y'all already know what's up. I'ma get that shit right back, you know. Anyways, oh yeah, what's up? I'ma roll another blunt, get with it like fuck, you know it, huh? So this is what it is, and that's what it was anyways, oh yeah, so what? Cause I'm a motherfucking thug. So deep in the game, y'all already know it, huh? But I ain't that player, though. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out and roll. So now you know I'm a motherfucking thug. So deep in the game, y'all already know it, huh? But I ain't that player, though. Get dipped out and roll. So now you know I'm a motherfucking thug for real. You already know what's up with that. I'ma get this shit right back for real. Anyways, oh yeah, you know like that. Cause I'ma do what I gotta do for real. You already know what's real. I'ma get that shit right back. It's on. Anyways, my boy, you know what's real. I'ma do what I gotta do, you know for sure. I'ma get like that, you know what's real. Anyways, oh yeah, that's right. I'ma keep on rising from the bottom to the top I go. Cause I'ma get that shit right back, you know. Anyways, oh yeah, for sure. I'm a motherfucking thug. So deep in the game, y'all already know it, huh? But I ain't that player though. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out and roll. So now you know TWO is right here, y'all already know it's on. I'ma flip the street just like the bud, I'ma keep on rolling on. So I'ma do what I gotta do for show, anyways I'm coming up. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out, anyways you know it was. I'm a motherfucking thug. Y'all already know it, huh? But I ain't that player, though. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out and roll. So now you know I'm a motherfucking thug. So deep in the game, y'all already know it, huh? But I ain't that player, though. I'ma get what I gotta get, dip out and roll. So now you know I'm a motherfucking thug. What's me, anyways, you know I'm coming back. I'ma get that shit, you know it's on. Anyways, oh yeah, you know like that. That shit for real. Anyways, I don't really give a fuck. I'ma do what I gotta do, you know. Anyways, you know I'm rolling up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tunes with the music video there. Now, Tunes, I think the beat was dope, but I had trouble hearing your vocals. I don't know about the A&Rs. Let's go right over to the A&Rs and see if they had the same issue that I had or what they thought about your song. We're going to start things off with the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you're up first. What did you think of Tunes?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I would have preferred to hear like a MP3, like the song playing, and maybe you just lip sync performance to it or something like that. But the quality of it wasn't great, so I wasn't able to really understand most of what you were saying. Because I'm a Thug is really all I could really grasp onto.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's better than nothing. I guess that you did have something to grasp onto with this record, but overall the record was okay. The beat selection was nice, though. I did like the beat, but like I said, the audio quality of it wasn't great, so it wasn't much to hold on to.
Thank you for that knowledge. We're going to go over to the next A&R on the lineup. He's the VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN BARRON. You're up next. What did you think of Tunes? Sean?
Same thing. I would prefer that you record the song and let us listen to it as an MP3. Get the proper mix on it. Just from just from what I did here, need work on the flow. But yeah, you got to record it for us.
Thank you for that, Sean. Yeah, I definitely agree with Sean. You know, we want to hear the actual vocals of the song. Beat was dope, but it was hard to hear the vocals. Let's go over to the director of A&R at Rock Nation, Polo. What'd you think of Tunes?
I mean, it was hard to judge, you know, based off the recording. I mean, he had a visual, which is cool, but, you know, it was recorded off the phone, so it kind of, the quality was hard. I mean, the beat was drowning the vocals at times, so I really wasn't hearing what he was saying. You could tell he had a flow to what he was doing, but it was hard to, you know, understand what he was saying. So it's hard to judge that one. I mean, like the guy said, I mean, just go in there and record it. I mean, this is, you know, I think it's easier now to go, you know, get your stuff recorded professionally than it was back in the day. So, you know, there's a lot of resources to figure out how to use it.
For sure. Thank you for that, Polo. And all three of our A&Rs, thank you so much. Definitely some solid advice there, Tunes. And, you know, like they said, you know, you're meeting with three A&Rs from three separate labels. You definitely want to make sure it's as polished as possible. And, you know, like I said, we want to hear your vocals. So, you know, hopefully we can see you again on a new event. So you guys know, everyone who's tuning in right now, if you think you have what it takes to impress the A&Rs, just submit your music. The link is in the bio and the description. All you got to do is submit your music to the next Direct to Exec A&R Challenge, where you could have a chance to display your music in front of A&Rs that are in the industry. Each of the A&Rs are giving written feedback while they watch your videos, and the winner, there will be one winner of this event. That winner will get a private studio session with all three A&Rs. Definitely a prize to have with three A&Rs so you could showcase your music. So guys, that was Tunes. Thank you for joining us. We're going to move on now to the next artist on the lineup. Sinalise, looks like you're up. I'm going to go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the three A&Rs. Sinalise, can you hear me? Hey, how's it going, Sinalise? How's everything? Welcome to the A&R Challenge. Sinalise, what does that mean?
Sinalise, well, Sinalise is actually a combination of my first...
You're coming in a little low, Sinalise. Can you go ahead, raise your mic?
Can you hear me better?
We can hear you perfectly. All right, so tell us about Sinalise. What does that mean?
All right, so Sinalise is actually a combination of my first and middle name. My name is Cindy, and my middle name is Elizabeth. So I basically just combine them, Sinna and Elise. So Sinalise.
Okay, dope. And what's your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check out your stuff, our viewers, the A&Rs?
Yeah, for sure. So I mainly have Instagram. You can find me at SinKitty, CINKITTIE. That's also my username on Twitter. And you can also find me on YouTube. Just type in my name, Sinalise, and I should pop up.
Okay, dope. Now, your song is called Good Enough. Can you tell us about that? What's the story behind it? What's Good Enough?
For sure. So Good Enough is actually a song about being played because, you know, when you're in love, you take for granted everything and you're kind of blinded by it. And of course, it comes with heartbreak. So that's really what it's about. But it's pretty upbeat, and I think it's quite a fun song to jam out to.
All right, dope. Well, guys, this is Sinalise. Let me load up this video, and we'll be right back.
that you wouldn't like. Now I can see I was just being naive, played by your sweet talking that never meant a thing. Here I am looking like a fool with that ache in my chest. One day to the next, got me coming next. Couldn't even get an explanation, but I think that I deserve one. Oh, fingers once my skin left me wounded when I was met with distant eyes who I couldn't recognize. And I'm not good enough for you, and that's why you broke my heart in two. Made me cry and cry all night. Yeah, baby, was that too much into you? And it was a burden for you. You left me high and dry. Why did you, baby? Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 left me high and dry. Why did you, baby? Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 left me high and dry. Why did you, baby? You didn't care to love me. You played with my heart and wrapped me around your fingers, just so you could get some. Well, let me give you back some. And I'm not good enough for you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's why you broke my heart in two. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm not good enough for you. And that's why you broke my heart in two. You made me cry and cry all night. Yeah, baby, was that too much into you? And it was a burden for you. Left me high and dry. Why did you, baby? Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 left me high and dry. Why did you, baby? Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 left me high and dry. Why did you, baby?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sinalise with the song right there. Now, we did get a couple requests from our chat. They wanted to know, was that beat yours? Is that original? Is that completely original?
Yeah, I wrote it.
You wrote it. You made
I
the beat.
recorded it here in my bedroom.
Awesome, really cool. And what's your social media one more time, so everyone can go check you out?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm Sinkitty, Cinkittie. That's also my username on Twitter. And on YouTube, you can type in my name, Sinalise, and you'll be able to see me there.
Dope. Well, Sinalise, our chat definitely got a bunch of reactions for that. But let's go over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off with the director of A&R, Rock Nation. Polo, you're up first. What did you think of Sinalise?
Felt like the song was cool. Wasn't mad at it at all. She was definitely sounding more polished than a lot of the artists that went on so far. So I'll definitely give her that. What stood out to me was the chorus and the beat. But I also like the effects, the vocal effects that you used on your verses. But I felt like it was too much when it came in to where the beat was switching up and all that stuff. And I also felt like you could have changed your vocals an octave or a key when the beat actually changed up as well. But these are things you could tweak. You'll find out along your way, along your journey of this, your music career. Obviously, you're not gonna know it all right away. But felt like the song was cool. Didn't stand out to me. It wasn't like crazy, but again, out of everything that I heard so far today, felt like she was the most polished. So definitely keep pushing.
Thank you for that, Polo. Thank you so much for that. Definitely some solid advice there from Polo. We'll switch things over to VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN. BARRON, you're up. What did you think of Sinalise? SHAWN?
Yeah, I agree with Polo. It was definitely the most well put together thing we heard today. I like that it actually had changes in it. I think the hook was solid. But overall, I felt like the song was just okay too. But you do have a lot of potential though, so keep going. I like it.
Thank you for that, Sean Barron. And last but certainly not least, A&R Director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you're up. What did you think of Sinalise and her song? Knowledge? There you go. Hey, Knowledge.
Hey, no, so, I mean, overall, yeah, I thought the song was solid. It had a nice feel to it, nice dance pop vibe to it. It felt a little surface for what she was saying in the lyrics, you know what I mean? But overall, I mean, I thought it was solid. I agree with Polo as far as her being the most polished that we've seen today. I'm sure she has other music in her repertoire that's probably pretty good. So, I mean, it feels like she's on her way, you know what I mean, as far as being an artist, you know what I mean? Just needs to continue working and just kind of smoothing it out and getting a little deeper into the record. But overall, yeah, I think she's pretty good.
Thank you for that, Knowledge. And all three of our A&Rs, thank you so much. Definitely solid advice there, Sinalise. Don't forget to check your email. They're all going to give you written feedback that you're going to get emailed right after the event. Sinalise, thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you again on a future project. Thanks again. All right, guys, so we're going to move things to the next artist on the lineup. Looks like we have LaJean G. LaJean G, I'm going to go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three A&Rs. LaJean, can you hear me? LaJean.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Go ahead and put on your camera so we can see you.
All right.
All right, there you go, man. Welcome to the A&R Challenge. How are you, man?
I'm good. Good.
Awesome. So, LaJean G, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay, representing Miami. That's cool. That's cool. And what's your social media so everyone could go ahead and check you out?
My Instagram is LaJean G. My SoundCloud is LaJean G. My Twitter is LaJean G. Yeah, everything is Snapchat, LaJean G. So the YouTube channel LaJean G. So go check me out.
All right, LaJean G. Tell us a little bit about your song. Now, it looks like your song is called Family Ties, correct? What's it about?
It's basically about like talking about like my family and stuff. Talking about like what I'm going through and the stuff I'm gonna do in my family. If I become successful, and talking about the stuff like that's going on in my country. But I'm not actually talking about what's going on in my country. Like when you actually listen to the music, it's gonna be like he's talking about something. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, so when people like hear my music, they're gonna catch a vibe to it. They're gonna be like, yeah, he's probably talking about something. But it got to be something like towards like his culture or and his family and stuff.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, that's what the music is about. Like basically my family and what I go through and the type of stuff that's going on in my country, but people don't know about. So I didn't want to get too deep in it, but when you hear it, you're gonna be like, yeah, he's talking about something. So.
All right, dope. Well, guys, this is LaJean G with Family Ties. Let me go ahead and bring it. Let me upload the video. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
We finna stunt, yeah, this what I want. Often, we was thinking about it every day. It was a problem, my dog, yeah, he's struggling. He dying with no coffin. Evidently, we just tryna make it for our lostness. My niggas, they a part of me. We grew up into poverty, but I ain't gon' lie. Everything is what it's meant to be, but I ain't gon' lie. I get money like it's charity, but I ain't gon' lie. White bitches, they be stalking me, but I ain't gon' lie. Family first, cause that's our only tree. Niggas get their money, left their family just for ecstasy. Why everybody flaunting me? My mama says she proud of me. I really hope you make it out this year, cause this your legacy. LaJean, yeah. Problem, yeah. LaJean G, yeah, you know I'ma get it. We get money cause you know we gon' blow. Situations cause we came from the glow. We gon' shine, nigga, don't you forget it now. Tell your mama why you heard that you loving her. Brother, cousins, and sisters gon' pass it down. We was born and raised in the country. We had bread out there, no bounty. I did it all for the right seat. You carry it on like an iced tea. I flattered you cause you like me. Politicians might be right, yeah. We gon' ball until we fall, just pray, yeah. Oh, baby, this what I want. Yeah, yeah. 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 This what I want. This what I want. This what I want. Yeah, yeah. Let's figure out your destination. Vroom, vroom. Let's just try to make some patience like coon. Separated for my Haitians like no. They just tryna fucking slave us. Yeah. Had no fucking paper, we mix with high tune. Had no father figure, we run this I do. Yeah, we getting bigger, we live with dry food. The crazier it gets, we live to strive cool. The problem is you might lose, but someday nigga, you might flew. One day buy a diamond watch from my crew. My day one niggas the only niggas that you might not fool. If you care enough, your family the only thing you might not lose. Root broke down by a surgeon when they had the hoods divided by two. But apparently the only thing that's stopping us is government proof. But I love my nation to that cause that money kept coming in smooth. But I want no dubs and 20s, I want my money on Da Vinci blues. Your diamond watcher section, you got money just like a reffy. You was raised up in them church to 1800s with Benjamin Franklin. Oh, baby, this what I want. Yeah, yeah. 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 This what I want. This what I want. This what I want. Yeah, yeah.
All right, everyone, so that was LaJean G with the music video. We're going to go ahead and go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off with VP of A&R, Motown Capitol Records. Sean Barron, you're up first. What did you think of LaJean G?
Yeah, I know he's been on here a couple times. Yeah. He's not bad. He's just missing something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the songwriting. But I feel like he has the melody and he picks great beats, but the songs are never like quite to par. So just continue to get better at your songwriting, and I feel like you'll be on your way.
Thank you for that, Sean Barron. We're going to go over to our next A&R. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you're up. What did you think of LaJean G?
Yeah, so I've seen him before on here too, but I think he's pretty good. Something about the record doesn't all the way connect, but I like the beat selection. I like how he repeated his name throughout the song, so at least you could feel like you know his name. You know what I'm saying? I think it is in the songwriting, but I think it's also in like the clarity in the verses. You know what I mean? Like we want to be able to hear everything that you're saying, because I'm sure you probably said something in there that was worth hearing, but we weren't able to necessarily make it out. But overall, man, I thought the song was pretty good. And I did want to touch on something small real quick, though. But the other side of, obviously, you know, we're A&Rs and we do the music and stuff, but the other side of being an independent artist is the promotion of the music. You know what I'm saying? So once you record the song, you put it out, put the video out, that's cool, but you still have to do other things to make sure people actually hear it. You know what I mean? Whether that's promotion on Instagram, social medias, whatever the case may be. So that's just something I wanted people to kind of hold on to.
Definitely some solid advice there. Thank you for that knowledge. And we'll go over to our last A&R. He's the director of A&R Rock Nation. Polo, what did you think of LaJean G?
Both Sean and Knowledge had great points. I mean, like you said, I feel like the kid has a lot of potential. And the song was cool. You could hear that. What I like about it is obviously today's sound. So the production was catchy, you know what I mean? But I felt like they felt like it could be tightened up in the writing, you know, to make the song a little bit more memorable. But other, you know, like I said, out of everything I'm hearing today, the kid has a lot of potential. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you for that, Polo, and thank you to all three of our A&Rs. Well, LaJean G, you got your feedback right there. Don't forget to check your email after the event. They're all giving written feedback that you're going to be emailed right after this event. That was LaJean G, everyone. We're going to keep things moving, move on out to the next artist on the lineup, Lyrical Banshee. Lyrical Banshee, I'm going to bring you on into the main room so you can talk with me and the other three A&Rs. Lyrical Banshee, can you hear me? And it looks like you're muted. Go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Yes, I can. How are you?
Awesome, great. How are you doing? Where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Representing Boston. It's a pleasure to have you. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
Yes, everything is Lyrical Banshee. On Instagram, it's Lyrical Banshee. Snapchat is HAlbert98. But Facebook is Lyrical Banshee. Instagram is Lyrical Banshee. Everything's Lyrical Banshee.
Dope. So I gotta ask, it's a cool name, but what's the story behind it? Lyrical Banshee, what's that all about?
So I am a stud. Most people get me confused as a man, but I am a female. So that's where I take the name Banshee from.
Okay.
I started taking music seriously after my grandfather had passed. And so that's where a banshee is a mythical creature that, she can kill a man with her scream, and it's based off of a death in the family.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sounds good. Definitely some deep stuff there. FaceTime. Tell me about this video we're about to see. It's called FaceTime.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take my music more seriously, and I know that I have places to go, and I know I have things to work on. So that's what this is basically about, saying that I can't hang around and I can't be on FaceTime and I'm working. I got things to do. That's basically what it's about.
Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lyrical Banshee. Let me load up her video, and we'll be right back.
Hey, yo, Ren, turn that up.
Lyrical. Banshee.
Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. Ain't no trippy, but this shit, it's gon' take time. Is you with me, is you down, you gon' take a ride. You ain't with me, stab my back when you left my side. Had you look me in my eyes and you really lied. Different days, same shit, I can't act surprised. Know these niggas hating on me, I don't pay no mind. I'ma have to hit you back, I've been on my grind. Can't get a test, I gave my back and you broke my spine. I'm taking trips, I'm getting high, trying to catch a vibe. Smoking blunts, get lifted, I'ma touch the sky. And Kanye, I'ma do it till the day I die. Bad bitch got away, but she acting shy. Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. Simple math, I subtract and I don't waste time. Why you mad? Cause I'm ballin' from the baseline. Speaking facts when I say that they can't take mine. Ain't no friends in this shit, they on that snake time. Don't hit me up when you see me do my own thing. I'm filling up, I might go and make that whole sing. Want a feature, better pay up what you owe me. I said I'm leaving, now you wishing you could hold me. Ain't no beef, but these niggas like that trolling. Wouldn't be here if I listened when you told me. Knew me, they ain't fucking with the old me. I've been ballin', taking shots like I'm Kobe. Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. Ain't no time to be chillin' up on FaceTime. I'm too nice, know you heard it through the grapevine. I've been working on my craft, it's gon' take time. Need a bag, go get money, I go make mine. I go make mine.
All right, everybody. So that was Lyrical Banshee with the song. We're going to go ahead and go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought about Lyrical Banshee. We'll start things off with the director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, you're up first. What did you think of Lyrical Banshee?
You could hear the potential. I wasn't mad at it. I feel like the beat was kind of hard. And the concept was good. The only thing I was upset about was she kept the same flow throughout the whole entire record. There was no separation between the hook or the verse. I mean, you could hear, what was the hook and what was the verse, but the flow was the same. So it kind of just kept you in one straight loop. When I tell people, like, you gotta ride the beat. The beat's like a roller coaster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride it. It has its loops and it has its drops. And you have to kind of follow that. If you don't, it's like just being on a roller coaster and just keep going straight. You get bored. So, you kind of have to live in the beat. You have to kind of live in the music. But, it gets better with time. But overall, she has a good tone, and you can hear the potential. I would just keep writing, keep, working on that. And, just keep listening to the beat. Let the beat drive the flow sometimes.
Thank you for that, Polo. Definitely some solid advice there for you, Lyrical Banshee. And I agree with him. You want to keep the attention of the listener and of anyone who is, taking a look at your music. We'll move things over to VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records. Sean Barron, you're up next. What did you think of Lyrical Banshee?
Yeah, same thing that Polo just said. It was a good song. The beat was hard. I felt like her hook was solid. She just didn't switch up her flow. And that sort of like just drowned it out for me with the song. But I feel like she has a lot of potential. You just gotta like switch up your flow a little bit and just keep going. You're picking hard beats, and your subjects of what you're talking about is dope too.
Thank you for that, Sean. And we'll go over to our last A&R on the lineup. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. What did you think of Lyrical Banshee?
They said everything I could say. That's really what it was. Everything was pretty good about the song. It wasn't anything bad about it. I felt like the concept was there, the hook was there, the beat was there. It just came down to the verses and that the same melody that she used on the hook was the same melody that was in the verses, and it never switched up. So, I would say, like, if you're talking about a 12-bar verse, like, try and have 3 different flows within that verse. You know what I'm saying? If you can switch up the flow 3 different times in a verse, then you can that'll help you keep the excitement of the listener, keep the interest of the listener.
Thank you for that knowledge. Definitely solid advice there for you, Lyrical Banshee. Definitely use that, and don't forget to check your email after this event. You're going to get written feedback from all 3 A&Rs. Thanks again for joining us, Lyrical Banshee. We're going to keep things moving. Move on now to the last artist on the lineup. Looks like we have Av Guapo. Av Guapo, I'm going to go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 A&Rs. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Ave Guapo, right? It's Ave Guapo?
Ave Guapo. It's an extension of my name, Ave. So it's Ave Guapo.
All right.
Guapo, Guapo.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, welcome to the A&R Challenge. What's your social media so everyone could go ahead and check you out?
Everything is the same, man. Ave Guapo. AVEGUAPO.
All right. And what's the story behind that? You said that's just an extension of your name, or?
So Ave is an extension of my name. A lot of people do get it confused with Av, like you said, but Avery is my first name, so it's an extension of my first name, and then Guapo, GUAPO, is it stands for get up and proceed on. So it's just a reminder to myself to never give up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. All right. So tell us a little bit about this song. It's called How We Livin'. We're about to watch the video. What's it all about?
Basically, it's about just living in the city. It's really about if you a hustler, you're gonna feel it. Like I can't put it no clearer. Like I really came up from having to sleep on the floor. You understand what I'm saying? Like I had to dig in the garbage to eat. My nigga. Like I was at that point in my life. You feel me? So this is just a song that tells you about the struggles of living in the hood. But you know what? It's not over. Take a look at how we live. I'm gonna show you through the video like different hustles. It's not just track because it's. I feel like with music, it's a lot of glorification of certain things that we don't. You feel me? But I'm gonna show you every track. Every track doesn't have to be selling drugs or something illegal. I'll show you a track where somebody has a cart and he's selling hot dogs on the street. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like anything could be a trap. It's about how you hustle and how you make yourself out of that, how you bring yourself out of that situation. You understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah, I feel you. All right, cool. Awesome. Well, guys, this is how we livin'. I'm going to go ahead and load it up. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back.
Midlove.
Nice in the gutter. Go nice in the trenches. Long nights in the gutter, cold nights in the trenches. Mama told me stay up out the water, but I'm hard-headed, should've listened to the money we committed. By any means we gon' get it. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. I had to win, I had to give me some ends. I seen them co-boys in the Benz, now I need a Benz. Mama works since 92 and we still came up short on the rent. Just don't make no sense. I was digging in them couches, trying to scrape up 50 cents. Had good intents, you see houses, I see licks. All I wanted was some chips, just me and my woes. I don't play too many clothes, I ran through the south with my locs. Me and Cairo on that block, posted by the liquor store. You know how I go, I drop my pain in the bottle forever. That Henny gon' make me feel better. If not, then it's Mason Margiela. And back-to-back trips to the teller. What can you tell us? You see the pain in my eyes from days they were marginalized. Showed them I really could rap, now they rooting for me, but was never truly on my side. See through the lies, I see the snakes in the skies. Hope you numb the homicides. I'm from a place where it's cold in July. How many more of my brothers gon' die? I cannot breathe, why they take nothing from me? Guess that's what come with the streets. Then they took chief, got me gripping on the heat. I wanna bang it at the least. I gotta eat, I got a family to feed. I need my pockets obese, so I hit the streets. Kiss my mom before I leave, cause she know how these summers be. Long nights in the gutter, cold nights in the trenches. Mama told me stay up out the water, but I'm hard-headed, should've listened to the money we committed. By any means we gon' get it. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Heard it side in the winter. Heard you run with massive splinters. I hope you strapped in the winter. We'll knuckle up in December. Just extended clip and hockey masks. Bunch of caution tape and body bags. Murders don't win us a lot of that. But I don't recall if somebody asked. You ever invaded a home for that loot? Hoping and praying that hop out on root. You ever strap up and you ain't plenty use. But they got you cornered, now you forced to shoot. I'm still haunted by the memories. I watch homies turn to enemies. I know they thinking about enemies. But you know I'm matching their energy. They see we trouble, but they don't offer no help. They left us to fend by ourselves. They be watching me, so I move stealth. Jumped in that water, feel like Michael Phelps. Pray you don't drown. I'm putting on for my town. Same city that's gonna let me down. We make it loud, but don't nobody make a sound. As soon as the best are around, my city at war. We got post-traumatic stress, automatics in them texts. Don't end up stress. Best like a 9 in the best. You better protect and protect. Mentally sick, ain't too many built for this. Live in the direct from the bricks, got money to flip. Kiss my mom before I dip, cause she know how the city get. Long nights in the gutter, cold nights in the trenches. Mama told me stay up out the water, but I'm hard-headed, should've listened to the money we committed. By any means we gon' get it. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living. Come take a look at how we living. Take a look at how we living. We play with the scraps we was given. We was trying to make a living.
Anytime regular bitches always blow my motherfucking phone up. What's poppin'? I can't call it. You goody? I'm goofy, man. One second, beloved.
Appreciate you, man.
Staying low, man. Take care of business.
Boy. As you should, nigga.
Alright, man. Stay out of trouble out there. Hit me up if you need anything.
Oh, you know?
Love that nigga, man.
Love that nigga back.
Alright, cuz.
All right, so that was his music video, guys. We're going to go over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought of his music video. We'll start things off with the A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. You're up first. What did you think of his music video?
I thought it was pretty dope. I thought overall the song was dope. Everything added up. You know what I'm saying? I think the hook could have been a little tighter if you're picking apart the song, but overall I thought it was pretty good. You know what I mean? I think he conveyed the message of what he was trying to say. When we first hopped on, he was giving an explanation to the whole record and things. So I think he conveyed that well. It felt like a good record to me. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like necessarily like a hit record or anything like that, but it is a record that would definitely make me want to go look up more music.
Thank you for that, Knowledge. Definitely some good advice there from Knowledge. We're going to move over to our next A&R. He's the VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records. Shawn Barron, you're up. What did you think of his music video?
I totally agree with Knowledge. I feel like it was a solid work. I like your message in the music. And I feel like you got potential. Just keep it going.
Thank you for that, Shawn. Definitely solid advice there from both Knowledge and Shawn. And we'll go over to our last A&R. He's the director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, you're up. What did you think of Abe Guapo?
Out of all the songs I heard today, I think that was the best record. Obviously the hook could definitely use a little bit more work on it, but overall I think he had, he was well polished. You could hear the pain in his voice. That was good. He showed, he portrayed his city, Newark. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Newark too, so I know what it looked like. So he showed it, and so it was a good visual, a good song, and did a good job. Just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that, Polo. Definitely some solid advice there from all three A&Rs. Well, Abe Guapo, thanks for joining us. Be sure to check your email after the event. You're going to get feedback from all three A&Rs. And guys, it's time to announce who the winner is of this event. But before we do, let's give a big shout out to our A&Rs for joining us. First up, he's the director of A&R at Rock Nation. You just heard him. Polo, where can everyone find your stuff on social media?
You can find me on Instagram. That's the only thing I really do is Polo_2X.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure to have you, Polo. Thank you for joining us for the A&R Challenge today. Up next, he's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, where can everyone find you on social media?
Only social media I have is Instagram. You can find me there at God_knowledge.
Awesome. For joining us today for the A&R Challenge. And last but certainly not least, he's the VP of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Shawn Barron. Where can everyone find your stuff on social media, Shawn?
I'm at Shawn Barron on Instagram and Twitter.
Dope. Well, Shawn, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you to all three of our A&Rs for joining us for the A&R Challenge today. Well, it's about that time to announce the winner. First place, and it was pretty close, but first place, Abe Guapo. Congratulations on that. You won first place. Be sure to check your email. And to all of our viewers, if you think you have what it takes to impress our A&Rs, submit your music. Link is in the bio and the description. Submit your music. You could be the next one up here displaying your music in front of the A&Rs. On behalf of myself, my name is Adonis Lugo. Be sure to go follow me as well. All three A&Rs and the entire Direct to Exec team. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining us.